If you really are stuck, you need these 3 things. No matter what you're stuck in, the mud, the move, the mission.
The 3 keys we share with you at the end of this episode will get you traction in your life through God's guidance. Enjoy the show.
We're Neil and Amy. When we were young, we had big dreams. Dreams of seeing people in our small town thrive.
We dreamt up a plan for how it could happen, dreams of owning a social venue and a restaurant for people to gather, radio stations to speak and spread kindness to the small town.
We dreamt of seeing a thriving faith community where people's lives changed every day. Dreams do come true, and yours can too.
To reach the destination, you have to push through the pain and persevere in the process. You're watching Big Dreams, Small Town.
I think one thing I always appreciated about the small town that I lived in since I was 2, on and off, was the accountability, and this is something I felt like the Lord kind of uncovered, like, why does this move hurt so bad? And you asked me one time, Neil, what do you miss the most? And I honestly, I was kind of ashamed at my answer, but I knew what it was. And I said, aside from you kids and our home, I think just being known. And then I'm like, well, what does that mean? And I've learned over the past 5 years to dissect every single thought. And I ask myself a lot, like, why does that hurt so bad? And then I have trouble comparing myself to others. Like, I see people move all the time, and I'm not saying it doesn't hurt, but it's like there's something that just goes deeper. And so I would ask myself, what does being known mean? Because I know the Lord knows us, I know He calls us, but I think it was familiar, and you could go in a place and people would see you, and the accountability with your kids, we kind of rolled in numbers, So I think for me, when we came here, you're not known. Everything is new, and all the new emotions and feelings, and then the lies of the enemy that say you don't belong. And so it really was just a mental struggle for me anyway, for at least the last 4 years, 4 out of 5 going on 6, and not look back, but make a choice to look forward. Mm-hmm. So that's been. What about you?
You get married, and then you're going to have children, and you have one, and you wonder, how can I ever have 2? Because you're so involved with the 1, and then you have 2, and then you got 3, and then pretty soon you realize you're raising, I don't want to say tribe because that sounds so weird, but you're raising a little group of individuals that you get to teach. So you spend most of your time trying to make those individuals grow up in a way that you think is good, so that they can do the things they need to, and thrive and have courage and go out and and live in the world. But as you're doing it, you're building this unit that, only time we called a tow truck in the however many decades we lived there was one time when I drove off the side of the hill, and we didn't have the winches to pull the Suburban back up, so we had to call one then. But other than that, the kids with trailers and trucks, and it was always, hey, my bringing my mom home from the hospital, and the tire fell off of the pickup, and here comes Johnny with a trailer and a truck and loads it up and brings us, and things like that. Yeah. You've built this unit that finally, as you're going to ball games and Taco Bell and Pizza Barn and all those places, you come in as man, you're a unit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're big, and you're rolling, and you're not hurting anybody, but people just look at you like, oh my gosh, that's something. That's some force there coming in the door. I miss that. You come up here, and now we're by ourselves, and there's nobody to call. We have Abby and Jesse, and they've already started that stuff with the trucks and trailers and things, but we don't have as big a numbers up here.
Yeah. All right. We've been here for hours. Think I'm stuck. We're about to get him out. How long have we been here?
A long time. Never coming to help.
You want my shackle hitch?
You want his shackle hitch done?
Oh, Hubs, yeah. Yeah, you're locked up.
Bet $100 on this. There's no way.
By himself?
By himself.
Dude, he's not moving at all. Is he stuck? Yeah. You're good right there. All right, come back a little more. Okay. All right, stop. Wait, hold on. He's flashing his lights. Good? Yeah. Oh, okay.
I was just saying I'm ready.
Okay. Hold on, let me get out the way. Go ahead. Yes, sir! Do it again. Dude, he's straight. Oh, can you get out? Stop. You're sunk. You're sunk as yeah, but your back is. And you can't go forward.
Currently 2:30 a.m. I'm buried. Dad's buried. Dick's buried. Alright, Chubbs, pull him out. Come back and get my dad. Get him out. At least we'll have 3 trucks out, and then we'll start sending them in.
Look at this shit. Every time I sit down, there's one on my butt, and it's stabbing the shit. Over there that I need to avoid.
You need to go straight. Hey, run this branch over. Hey, right here, Chubbs. Right here. He's gonna yank. And then it pulls. And he's going. Oh, we're close. Oh, we are close. That's about it. Hey, one more and that's it. Go ahead. He's gonna pull. And he's gonna get the yank. And he's going. Oh my gosh. Keep her on, Jacob. Woo! Can't keep going, Chubbs. You gotta keep going.
Whoa, that nigga's alive!
About 6 hours.
Yes!
Oh my gosh, it's 3 in the damn morning. They were like this shit. Go ahead. There she goes, boys. She's off. Off to the races. Off to the races. I say we pack it up and then we go get my truck. Sounds good to me. Let's go. Bye-bye.
It's 3:30. What time do we get here? I think 10. I'm gonna say 10. Because I didn't get off work till like 9:30. So 10 took us 5.5 hours and 3 trucks and 2 Jeeps to get her out, but she's out.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, I just followed where the direction was going. And yes.
All right, it is about 3:30 in the morning. Just got home. Jake Hurley got a new Jeep and wanted to go drive it around and, you know, mess around in Lake Bottom like we always do. So we're doing that. His battery died, so Jacob came to get us and just sunk down like a soft spot, sunk all the way, and that was around 10 o'clock. 3:30. Took 4 trucks to get them out. Took my truck, took Jake's truck, and took MJ's. And yeah, just got home, covered in dirt and mud, and all these stupid prickly things. But hey, nothing like a good time with the boys.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that you would be called away from the valley?
Never.
I never did.
Never. I honestly, it sounds morbid, but I've seen my body being dragged out of that house in an ambulance for the last time. You know, I've just, because as a fireman, I've seen that for other people, but I've seen that for me leaving that house, meaning that, man, we were going to live our lives and die there.
Yeah.
So had no idea of ever moving.
Yeah. And you had a big dream when you started building that house that we were fortunate to be able to try to pick the ball up on. But even back to the origination of that dream, you were chasing something for your family then, and you started building it up on the mountain in California.
Yep.
Yeah.
And talk about the labor that went into building that dream, you know, over the years that you spent doing that a little bit.
Praise God, we grew up as a family in a good time where the house that we were going to build, you know, you get married and you rent houses and whatever and buy a house, and now we're going to build one. So you find a place in the mountains. We built on Alta Sierra because I had 2 little girls at the time, and I thought, there's no way some long-haired kid's going to be driving over to the house every night. I'm going to build it up there. They don't even have cars that are going to make it up there. High school kids, no way. They don't have a car that's going to climb that hill. So I thought it's a safe place to raise. At that time, we only had 2 girls, right?
We had Jake. He was a year.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, as a dad, you're thinking, yeah, this is a good place to raise, you know, some kids. And building that house, we started out with, I think it was like 1,800 feet. Then it was, I think the first thing was, well, man, if we just dug out a little room underneath, then in the winter when it snows, they could ride their skates down there and stuff, right? And okay, so now we're up to, I don't know how many 100 feet. And then it was one of the engineers we had, I said, hey, let's just build an attic so that we could have a little place for crafts or something up there. He goes, here's the good part. Lumber was cheap then, right? I think 80,000 built that whole house in lumber. I mean, now you probably couldn't even build a barn for that. Anyway, he said, just stack, you know, build your walls, and then you've got full living space up there if you ever want to use it. Well, it turned out to be, was it over 7,000 feet?
Yeah.
In a house from 1,800 feet. It just kept growing and growing. But
4
in there,
stories.
think of all the things we had: a computer room, a color lab, a welding shop, drive-in garage. I mean, kids shop in the back for all their toys. And I mean, that place had everything: big old kitchen and living room that you could have sermons in.
Play music.
Music we
Sleep
played
on the stairs.
Yeah, it was just, it was a place, and I had visions of Abby walking down the stairs, getting married. So, yeah, we never thought about moving. Never.
Well, it's settled then. We'll make that happen soon.
How about you?
What a ride.
What a ride. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. I'm here with the baller himself. Oh, look at our PYG hats. PYG shirt. Oh, you like Jesus too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? What's today?
It's our 2025 basketball camp.
Youth basketball. What are the ages?
6 to 15 mainly.
Nice.
Yep.
And then tomorrow we kick off 3-on-3 basketball for old people and young people.
And then 5:30 today we got karate.
Oh, karate.
We got it all.
Nice. All right, let's go see what's going on in here.
Yo! PYG's all up in here.
Where's my Gatorade?
You're a baller from way back.
Way back. OG. That's too close. What?
Too close.
Too close. That's too close.
Passing! Keep passing!
Yeah, play your game. That's what we do over here. We play our game. Ready?
We got ballers on.
Ballers on!
Hey, bring it in, bring it in. Right, next week, that's Saturday. It's at 1 p.m. They're going to come at 10:30. You guys will be after them. All right? Unless you guys want to play at the little place. All right, what time did I say?
1:30.
10:30. All right, 1 p.m. Next Saturday, 1 p.m. Got it?
For Jacob.
1 p.m. on Saturday?
1 p.m.
Oh boy. 10:30 for him.
Go home, get some rest, get some water, and help your parents out. Help your parents out. Did you hear me? What did I just say? What did I just say?
Help your parents out. Help your parents out.
Help your parents out.
Yeah, help your mom, Noah.
No!
Okay. So God calls you to move, and he planted it in your heart. And Mom talked about it a little bit in the other video, but maybe just some of your vantage point on being called to leave your home, leave your town, and ultimately move away from the pack, the tribe, the crew that you created.
Well, so I retired from the fire department. When you're working, I mean, you're watching your clock. When's my next overtime shift? What's my calendar say for the next year? When do I have time off? What have we scheduled for vacation? You know, you're always just got your head down working. But when you retire, now all of a sudden you can look around and you realize, whoo, California's just having a tough go.
It's true.
And you start thinking of what's going on. So now you're and like Johnny said, Dad, you were a lot happier when you were working. I'm like, well, yeah, because I didn't look around and see the crap that's going on. I don't know how to explain it, but once it feels like when God was telling us to move, or telling me that he didn't say go where, he just said sell your house. He didn't even say move, he just said you need to sell your house. Well, what do? You gotta move, right? You gotta move if you're gonna sell your house. Or are we gonna move right down the street, or what is it he's trying to get us out of? I don't know. That's the funny part about, you don't get the whole story. You just go with what he tells you, and when he's told you, it's hard to get away from it. It's like you have to move on it. You have to put the sign out front, and you don't remember, we were never gonna move. So then as time goes on and you're thinking, man, God says to move, now you're getting things like every sermon you would talk. I mean, it was like, hey, we're going around the mountain, and everything's something north, and what I'm like, everything you see and hear is about moving. And so you have to figure out where to move. Where are you going to move? Well, California ran our gun business pretty much into the ground, so it's like, well, we need a red state.
Yeah.
And so from our experiences in the past, I won't go into too much, but you start to piece out which states are good for a conservative, lifestyle or whatever. And it ended up being Idaho. I mean, Montana was one, but I think they were going through a gun ban over there at the time. It was like, what the heck? And that was Montana. Anyway, so we had a nephew that lived in Idaho, so it was like, we'll call him and say, Idaho, not Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, just Idaho. I didn't know, so sure enough, he was up here, and that's where we came to look. And we looked for a couple of months, probably couldn't find anything. And we had a list of the things, like you talked about it earlier, things that we wanted as a family, right? Everybody pitched in. What do you guys want? And we couldn't find it. I mean, for the whole family, right? To get 5 families up here, you could find little pieces that were good, but the whole thing didn't fit. And when we found this place, it's already broke up into 5 parcels. What the heck? I mean, things like that, you're like, what? I don't get it. It's like, anyway, it was good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Tip number 1 is this.
Spirit time.
Spirit time. If you're in a stuck situation, whether it's in the mud, whether you have a major life decision in front of you because you have to decide whether to leave the place you were raised and move to a new land, whatever it is that you're stuck in, whatever situation you're in, spirit time is the answer.
You have a spirit. You were created with a spirit. And when you align that with the Spirit of God, that's where the magic happens.
We call it planning by the Holy Spirit. It is one of our key 3. You know what keys do is they unlock doors. So that key will unlock the door to you being able to hear God's voice, hear his whispers to say, go left or go right, or phone a friend and come get me out of this mess.
Yes.
Tip number 2. Checkpoints. Checkpoints are monthly intentional stops where you really look at where you are, where you're going, what's going to stop you, and how you're going to get there. But you don't just do that based off of your own whims and moods. You do that through a discipline of being with God every day as best as you can. And then once a month, you sit and you fill out a checkpoint. And that checkpoint's where you're listening and you're saying, okay, Lord, what do you want for the next 30 days of my life with my relationship with you, with my health, with finances, with relationships and purpose? And if one of those tracks is really going crazy right now, focus on that track first. It's called a checkpoint.
So it's so common in these days where people talk about spending time with God and everyone thinks that's like unreachable. You can't do it. The way I like to look at it is when I was a kid, my cousins and I, we'd build forts and then we'd make these little like phone things out of red Solo cups and string. And then they would hide on that side of the fort and I would hide on this side of the fort. And then we'd send secret messages to each other. And it actually worked. That's what listening to the Spirit's like. You have to be quiet enough to be able to hear through that string and that red Solo cup to hear what is it I'm actually supposed to do.
And other people need to quit playing beer pong and put down the red Solo cups. I know a few of those people, and I used to be one of those people. You can use red Solo cups for another reason. I made you laugh.
Tip number 3.
Our kids love when we do the tips of the week. It's when they're most proud of us.
Yeah, they hate it.
Track cruise.
Yeah. Tracking with your friends.
Make
sure you don't pick judgmental, rude-ass friends to be in your track cruise. You need the real ones, the ones that have your back, have your front, and know exactly what you say based off of your heart, not based off of your words.
They need to be people that you can trust. They need to be people that you can call when you are stuck and they can come pick you up.
Yep.
Those people are the ones that you want to allow into your life at a deeper level. You want to be able to share some of what God's been sharing with you because it says that we're supposed to wage war. And make no mistake, this life is a battle.
Yep.
We're supposed to wage war with wise counsel. So first and foremost, the counsel of God. Second, have good, trusted people in your track crew and check in with them on a weekly basis. Daily, spirit time. Weekly, track crew. Monthly, checkpoints.
If you want to live an on-track lifestyle,
go to our website, ashafaithjames.com, to sign up for the Life on Track workshop. Also, the traction planner goes hand in hand with this lifestyle. So if you're stuck, or even if you're not stuck and you just want to get more energy and more clarity with what God's doing in your life so you can make decisions with wisdom and not just be the foolish person who lands in the ditch, you want to be able to go down the road with clarity, and these tools will help you do it.
We want to thank you for watching Big Dream Small Town, for sharing it with your friends. The love and the support means the world to us. We have so many more episodes to come. We've been in this for 3 months now, and it's been a journey, but we love having your input, and we'd love to hear what it is that you'd want to see from us as well.
We really do believe that the big dreams that you have in your heart can come true, that there's a good future. You just got to get your ear on what it is that he's saying so that you can live it out. See you on the next episode.
Bye-bye for now.